Hey, I'm calling all vendors, whoever you are. I'm calling all vendors. There is some things that we need to talk about that people are not saying out loud, and I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you to this space, to this place, to this area of the internet where these things are being talked about. Um, I'm not going to go into deep detail here. But what I would like to talk about in deeper detail is if you're a product or food vendor, um, and you're looking for support with a community of people, support with live events, collaborations, learning how to scale your business, which it is a business you're running. Um, I am really up to here with people looking at their vending business as just some side hustle that doesn't matter, because it really does matter. And that is part of my mission right now, is to get people to understand that you are a boss of your business. It can scale, and there are ways to get around these things that are happening right now. High vendor fees. I mean, we got to talk about that. These vendor fees out here for these events where people are coming literally for the vendor experience, and the vendor is the one who is dishing out all this cash to set up a table to put their stuff, and then like after that nobody cares if you make a penny, because their pockets are being lined with all the vendors' money. Oh, I swear, when you start recording, like everything starts happening. You don't hear any noises or anything, but I'm just going to keep going. I pray for whoever that's for, that's safe. Um, so that is the issue that we're dealing with right now, is high vendor fees. And I've had multiple vendors in the past week tell me that the reason why they stopped selling their products at vendor events is because the vendor fee was so high that it didn't, they didn't even break even. So that's a big reason why I held back a lot as well. Um, I think as event hosts are concerned, event hosts can do better when it comes to really taking care of vendors out here, because some vendors vend for a living. Some people vend for a living, if you didn't know that. And because it's not in your on your radar, it's something you don't understand how somebody will want to do this for a living or whatever, it doesn't mean that it's not, that they're not having problems out here being a vendor. Um, if you already have a food truck, if you already have a brick and mortar, and vending is just another avenue for you to make money, this probably is not the space for you, because unless you want to be an ally and maybe help sponsor some of these things that I am putting together for vendors. The vendors who attend my events will not be paying. They will not be paying high vendor fees. If it comes that they have to pay a fee, it's not going to be much at all. It's not going to, it's either going to be really cheap or free. That is the mission here, because I think a lot of people are not looking at vendors as the business owners that they are. And for vendors to have to continuously pay high fees to be at somebody else's party and make it like lit and just the talk of the town, and then they don't even break even, that's a problem. I could talk about this all day. I'm not going to, but I am calling all vendors, and I have a private community where I would love for you to join me, because we are brainstorming in there. We are figuring out how people can collaborate together, figuring out how we could scale our businesses and call ourselves what we are, entrepreneurs. You know, you're probably a food or product entrepreneur, and that's who you are. So enough of, talking down on our business, belittling ourselves, underpricing, letting people take advantage of you because you're a vendor and not a real business. Let's stop that. We're going to stop that. And we're going to see ourselves with brighter futures. And we're going to see ourselves as people who deserve to um, to be more respected as far as where we fit in when it comes to these hosts who are really taking advantage of vendors, who a lot of times don't even care about whether the vendor is selling the same thing as the vendor next to them, or whether or not this person even makes money. Are these people, um, are you, as a host, are you marketing for these people before the event, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the event? Are you interviewing any of them, getting to know their stories? Do you have any type of workshops or anything that you can give and help these people um, look at their businesses as, what they are? They are food and product businesses. They are not just these throwaway, side gigs that that you can use at your disposal. It's becoming a problem where people are really taking advantage of vendors out here because some of them are desperate, and some of these people are stay-at-home parents, some of them are grandparents, and it's time. It's time for vendors to get together and figure out how vendors can work with each other and not be an island and be out here trying to do all this by yourself. So, what I'm doing is I'm putting a cohort together. Wow, we are just jamming tonight. All the, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's emergency vehicles are coming through hot right now. And, and I'm trying to record, so I'm not sure. I think we are going to just keep going here. So I would like for people to look in my description, go to the links, join the free community that I have. Let's get together and start talking. I do live calls within the community that are only there. And I also have a classroom where you can find an orientation that helps you kind of ground yourself and figure out some things about your vending business and where you fit yourself and your products and everything in there. And and after that, you figure out what you want to do, how you want to go further. I have strategy calls. I have one-on-one strategy calls, and those are paid. And I'll have that link in the description as well. But start wherever you need to start. Don't just jump right in and whatever. Come into the community, check things out, introduce yourself, and maybe come to a couple of the live calls, and we'll get you through this. I know a lot of people have been confused about vending, confused about how to start selling goods from home and the delivery and all that kind of stuff. So come on in. Let's figure this out, because once this cohort is built, I'll be working with 6 people. We are going to show everybody something different. when it comes to vending. It's not going to be the same as what you always see. It's going to be something totally different. It's going to elevate these vendors to where they can actually make a decent income. We're going to show that you can make your first $500 if you just follow some basic steps. Uh, it's something where you have to be okay with repeating yourself. If you grew up like I did, where people didn't even like to repeat themselves, and that's ingrained in you, um, hopefully it won't take you as long as it took me to come out of that. But you're going to have to know that actually scaling your business as a vendor is possible, but it does take some work. It takes some creativity, and it takes just getting yourself centered. Like I said, being calm when you do certain things. And certain words I'm not going to say right now because people need to get prepared for what it is that they need to do if they're serious about their vendor business. So that's pretty much what I got for you right now. But I am, again, calling all vendors. I am looking for you. I'm based in Minneapolis. So it doesn't matter where you live. You can join the community because it's digital, it's online. But for the people in Minneapolis, if you want to be a part of my cohort, just come on into the community and I will give you more information about that. We're still tweaking some things as far as like how the cohort is going to, work and all the things that we're going to be doing and the pricing and all of that. But you can still come in while we're building because this is something that needs to stop being quiet because I see it totally becoming more and more of a problem every week. And someone told me recently, thank you for um, giving people like me a place where we could say how we feel and what we've been thinking about this. And I was like, I'm not the only one. I knew I wasn't. So there's a lot more. There's a lot more coming, guys. There's a lot more that um, I want to introduce to you. Um, if you're looking at some of my recent past videos, you'll see that, well, you'll see them. I'm trying my best not to use a script, and I'm not using the script right now, and it feels good. I've been practicing this. I feel like I'm looking at the camera, I'm talking to you, and I want you to hear me. Like this is really a thing. So, like I said, come on in. I'm waiting for you. I'll see you on the next video.